Hi, Kris from Kris Blundell Training here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Part 3A test, and in particular in this video, we're going to be concentrating on the reversing exercise as part of the Part 3A test. So, as you can see on the screen, I've got a diagram which is what the examiner will show you at the beginning of the test. So, you'll start off here, the truck will be parked roughly where the letter Z is on the bottom right of the diagram, in between the yellow lines. The examiner will walk forward and he'll stand roughly in line with cone A facing you, and he'll wave you forward, and then you drive forward and position the front of the truck so it's level with cone A and cone A1. You'll reverse back, basically following where this blue line is, and reverse back so the rear of the trailer or the truck, if you're doing the class 1, the class 2 test, is over the black chevroned markings at the back. The rear extremity needs to finish in the black chevron area. Alright, throughout the test, you can't go outside of the yellow rectangle. So the big yellow rectangle, the wheels of the truck can't go over, the tyres can't go over the line. So if the tyres go on the line, that's fine, but if the tyres touch the tarmac on the other side of the lines, then you'll fail the test. You also can't drive forward, you can't go past the two starting cones, so you can't go past cone A or cone A1. If you knock any cones over, then that will be a fail as well. If you just knock them a little bit but they don't move, then normally that's okay, but yeah, don't knock the cones over. During the test as well, if you make any mistakes, if you mess it up, if you get it wrong, you can pull the truck forward to readjust. So at any point, you're allowed to pull forward twice. If you pull forward a third time, you've failed the test. So yeah, when you're reversing back, roughly when the rear of the truck is almost over the black chevron area, you can get out of the vehicle, walk to the rear, and if you're not quite over the black chevron area, you can jump in and go back a little bit further. You can only get out the vehicle once. If you get out the vehicle a second time, that's absolutely fine, but you won't be able to change anything. Where you are is where you'll be assessed, and if you're not over the if the rear of the truck's not over the black chevron area, then you'll fail the test. Okay, so yeah, remember, stay inside the boundary. That's the big boundary. Ignore the line, the yellow line in the middle of the area. It's the big rectangle. I'm talking about the bigger rectangle. All right, so let's go on to the video. All right, so I'm stood. No, it's not me. It's my son. My son is stood roughly where the examiner is going to be, roughly level with cone A on the diagram. Okay, so I'm just going to press play, and I'm going to talk about the video as I'm doing it. So I'm driving forward. Now, what I would recommend when you're driving forward is get as tight as you can to cone A, which is the cone immediately to the right, as you can see it in a moment. You won't be able to see it at the moment. You won't be able to see it now, but in a moment you'll be able to see the right cone. Okay, get as tight as so yeah, the cone there at the bottom of the screen. Get as close to that as you can. Then you've got maximum room on the right hand side to swing around. Just imagine that though this cone is like a brick wall, you can't go past the cones. You can go right up to them, but you can't go through them. So imagine it's like a brick wall parked along the area. All right, so as soon as you start reversing back, okay, you need to put steering full on to the right of the vehicle. So you'll turn right straight away. Yeah, I'm checking around, and then I'm turning the steering wheel fully right. Now, if you look at the front of the trailer, you can see some black lines which are put on. Okay, now when you can see two of those black lines, so just stop it now. So I'm looking in that left mirror, and I can see two black lines on the trailer. That is when I can see those two lines, that is my cue to start putting the left steering on. Okay, so that's what I'm doing now. Putting the left steering on, and I'm making sure that I don't go over the yellow line on the right hand boundary. So basically, this right hand line here, this line here where it says where the cone A1 is, that you can't the vehicle can overhang that line, but the tyres can go on the line, but as soon as the tyre touches the tarmac on the white side on this diagram, on the white side of the line, then that will be a fail. So make sure you don't do that. Okay, I'm just going to press play. So yeah, when I get the truck straight, I'm going to straighten the wheels, and I'm going to go back. Now what I'm doing now, I'm going to be pointing the trailer at the parking space and making sure that I can get in. Just making it in, making sure I don't hit the middle cone there, which is the B cone on the diagram. It's going back nice and slowly. Right, so what I've done there, I didn't need to, but what I've done there, I've pulled forward to kind of like demonstrate the shunt. As I've mentioned a few moments ago, during the exercise you can pull forward, it's called a shunt. You can pull forward to readjust at least twice. If you pull forward a third time, you'll fail the exercise. So at any point during the exercise, if you're not sure, if you're not happy, if you don't think you're going to get it in, you can pull forward to readjust twice. Okay, and I would strongly recommend that you do so if you think you're going to hit a cone or you're not sure. I'd always say if you're ever not sure, I'd always take the shunt, I'd always take the hit. Okay, so I'm just going to press play again. Just pulling forward, I'm just getting it straight, and then what I'm going to do in a moment is I'm going to reverse back. Just carry on doing good all-round observations. Don't spend the entire time looking in the same mirror. Make sure you look over your left shoulder as well. It's really easy to just, get drawn and keep an eye on that right mirror. But yeah, look in the left mirror. Obviously, make sure that you can see the cone on that side, and also make sure you don't go over the boundary line on the left-hand side as well. Right, so we're reversing into the bay now. Now you'll notice from this screen, there's a yellow box. Now the yellow box is it's a metre wide, okay, and you might not be able to see it. I'm going to pause it. On the rear mudguard there of the trailer, I've got like a little clip, which in my mirror, when that clip is level with the furthest edge of the yellow box, that tells me I've gone far back enough. So I've got a rear clip. You probably can't see it that well in this picture, but on the rear mudguard there, on the rearest wheel, there's like a clip, and when that's level with the furthest most edge of the yellow box, that's normally my cue to get out and check. And remember, you're allowed to get out of the vehicle at least once to make sure that it's in. Right, so let's play again. So I'm going back now. I'm just making sure that the rearmost extremity of the vehicle is over those black lines. So if you can probably see, you can probably make out there that make out the rear clip on the mudguard. Now the stainless steel bit on the rear of the truck is the rear extremity of the vehicle. It is that bit that I'm focusing on. I'm not focusing on the bit underneath, which a lot of people do. It's the stainless steel bit. That is the rearmost part of the vehicle. And you need to make sure both corners are over the black chevron lines that are on the yellow box. The yellow box is a metre wide, and the rear extremity of the vehicle needs to be over the black lines for you to pass the exercise. So yeah, I'm not quite happy, I don't think, that I'm over. So I'm just going to go back a little bit, which I'm allowed to do. Okay, just going to jump in now. Just going to go back just a touch to make sure that I'm in. Okay, so as you can see, it's all the black chevrons. That would be a pass. Okay, right. So I've got out the vehicle a second time. Now, because I've got out the vehicle a second time, I can't change anything. Basically, by getting out the vehicle a second time, you're telling the examiner that you're happy with it. Okay, so if you're not happy with it, don't get out of the vehicle a second time. If I got out now a second time and I wasn't over that black chevroned area, it would be a fail. Happily, as I know, because I've just seen it, as I know I'm over the black chevroned area, it's a pass. But if I wasn't over the black chevroned area, it would be a fail. Okay, and we'll stop that there. Right, okay, yeah, thanks for watching. My name's Kris Blundell. Hope you found that video informative, and good luck to you if you've got your Part 3A test coming up anytime soon. I wish you well. Take care.